Hello students, I welcome you all for our standard 9th digital class. I, Mrs. Pankaja Katsare, is your Science 1 teacher for the academic year 2020-21. Till last year, that is 8th standard, you had science exam for 100 marks. Now, from standard 9th, science is divided into two parts. Science and Technology. Science and Technology Part 1. In the first term, lessons 1 to 5 are included, and in the second term, lessons 11 to 14. In Science and Technology Part 2, Term 1, lessons 6 to 10 and Term 2, lesson 15 to 18 are included. So let us begin with our first lesson of Science and Technology, Laws of Motion. The lesson includes laws of motion, distance and displacement, acceleration, Newton's law of motion, and related equations. Motion of an object, presence and absence of motion. How will you explain presence and absence of motion? Let us see some examples where we can sense motion. Look at the examples: the flight of a bird, a stationary train, a moving train, leaves flying through the air, a stone lying on a hill. We see the motion of several objects every day. Sometimes we cannot see the motion of an object directly, as in the case of a breeze. Now, list some other examples of motions besides those given here. Now think about it. How do you decide whether the object is moving? Suppose you are traveling in the bus. Now tell me, is the person sitting next to you in motion? What do you take into consideration to decide if an object is moving or not? Now in this example, the bus is moving, but the passengers sitting or standing in the bus are stationary. Motion is a relative concept. If the position of an object is changing with respect to its surrounding, then it is said to be in motion. Means, if the object is changing with respect to its surrounding, suppose if any object, it is changing its motion with the surrounding, then it is said to be in motion. Otherwise, that object is said to be at rest or stationary. Look at the following example. Now in figure A, measure the distance between the points A and B in different ways shown in the figure. Now measure the distance along the dotted line. Which distance is correct according to you? Yes. From A to B is the distance, and dotted line A to B shows the shortest distance. In the second example, Sheetal first went to her friend Sangeeta's house on her way to school. Prashant went straight from home to school. Both are walking with the same speed. Who will take less time to reach the school and why? Yes, Prashant will take less time because he has taken the shortest distance. So here we learn a new concept, displacement. So distance is the actual length of the actual path travelled by an object in motion, and displacement is the minimum distance between the starting and the finishing point. It is the shortest distance covered. So displacement, it is going to be the minimum distance from the starting point to the finishing point. Now let us see the next example. Every morning Swarali walks around the edge of a circular field having a radius of 100 meter. As shown in the figure, if she starts from point A and takes one round, how much distance has she walked and what is her displacement? See, she is moving from the point A in a circular motion. So she is going to complete the whole circle. Now when she is completing the whole circle, means what is her displacement? It is the circumference of the circle. So the formula for circumference of the circle is 2 pi r. So 2 multiplied by 22 upon 7 multiplied by 100. Whatever answer you are going to get is the displacement by Swarali. Second, if a car starting from point P goes to point Q and returns to point P, how much distance has it travelled and what is the displacement? You have to calculate this. Yes, from P to Q is 360 and Q to P is 360. Scalars and vector. In the previous classes, we have studied about scalars and vectors. Scalars are the quantity which have only magnitude and vectors are the quantities which have magnitudes as well as direction. Speed, we have already studied in the previous classes, is equal to the total distance upon time. Here we are going to consider speed as velocity, that is equal to displacement upon time. The distance travelled in a particular direction by an object in unit time is called as velocity. The displacement that occurs in unit is called velocity. Now students, wherever there are important points marked, highlighted in your textbook with blue, pink or yellow color, green color, mark them as important points and they will be asked you for fill in the blanks or one line answers. Now let us consider the first example on page 1. In the first example, the straight line distance between the houses of Sheetal and Sangeeta is 500 meter and that between Sangeeta's house and the school is 1200 meters. Also the straight line distance between Sheetal's house and school is 1300 meter. Now suppose Sheetal takes 5 minutes to reach Sangeeta's house and then 24 minutes to reach the school from there. Then Sheetal's speed along path A is equal to distance upon time. The answer is 100 meter per minute. Sheetal's speed along the path B, distance upon time, is 50 meter per minute. And Sheetal's average speed, the answer is 58.6 meter per minute. Now using this formulas about velocity is equal to displacement upon time, we have already the displacement with us, that is 1300 meter upon 29 minutes. So our answer is 44.83 meter per minute. Let us see the effect of speed and direction on velocity. Now imagine you all are driving a motorcycle. I know many boys, they know how to ride a motorbike. Now for so many days you were just driving the motorcycle, but you were not knowing about acceleration, velocity. Okay, now see, let us see this first example. Now just imagine you are driving a motorcycle. What will be the effect of velocity when the speed is increased or decreased, but the direction remains unchanged? Think about it. Second, in case of a turning road, now when you turn your motorcycle, what will be the velocity and the speed? What is going to be? Are they going to be same? Think about it. Now if on a turning you change the direction as well as the speed, now what will be the effect on its velocity? Think about it. What do we see from these three examples? We see that velocity depends on speed as well as the direction. Changing the speed, velocity changes by changing the speed while keeping the direction same. Velocity changes by changing the direction while keeping the speed same. And again velocity changes by changing the speed as well as the direction. a very important part of the lesson, uniform and non-uniform linear motion. In the previous classes we have already seen what is linear motion. The motion along the straight line is called as linear motion. Now there are three friends, Amar, Akbar and Anthony. Now all are traveling in different cars. Everybody, all the three, they are having different cars with different velocities. Now the distance covered by them in different time interval is given below. The time is 5, 5:30, 6, 6:30 and so on. Distance covered by Amar in kilometers is 0, 20, 40, 60. Distance covered by Akbar is 0, 18, 36, 42, 70. Distance covered by Anthony is 0, 14, 28, 42 and so on. Now can you tell me what is the time difference? Yes, 30 minutes. Distance covered by Amar, difference is 20 minutes in the first and the second one. Again the 20 kilometers is continued. Distance covered by Akbar in kilometers, first the difference is 18, then the difference is 18, then it is becoming 14, then it is becoming different. So here the continuity is not maintained. The change in the kilometer is not maintained, it is changing. Now distance covered by Anthony is 0, 14, the difference is 14, again 14 to 28 the difference is 14, again from 28 to 48 the difference is 14. So here the distance is also equal difference. Okay. Now let us answer a few questions which are given on page number 4 of your textbook. What is the time interval between the notings of the distances made by Amar, Akbar and Anthony? Yes, it's 30 minutes. Who has covered equal distances and equal time? Means the time is equal and the distance is equal? Yes, Amar and Anthony. Are all the distances covered by Akbar in fixed time intervals the same? By Akbar? No, it is not same. Considering the distances covered by Amar, Akbar and Anthony in fixed time intervals, what can you say about their speeds? Yes, Amar and Anthony, they went at a certain speed because their difference in distance is same. It was maintained, whereas Akbar, he was changing his speed. Correct. Now let us learn a new concept, acceleration. Now let's try a small experiment. Take a 1 meter long plastic tube and cut it lengthwise in 2 halves. So you will get a channel. From that channel you just release a small ball from the upper end of the channel. Observe the velocity of the ball as it rolls down along the channel. Is the velocity same? No, it is less at the top, increases in the middle and becomes 0 towards the end. You must have all played on a slide in a park. You know that while sliding down, the velocity is less at the top, it increases in the middle and becomes 0 towards the end. The rate of change of velocity is called acceleration. Acceleration is changed in velocity upon time. If u is the initial velocity, t is the time and v is the final velocity, then we get a formula for acceleration. A is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity, that is A is equal to v minus u upon t. It is a very important formula, and for all our lessons of Science 1, where we are going to study about motion, Newton's law of motions, this formula is going to be very, very useful to us. So remember this formula. Now if the velocity of object changes during a certain time period, then we say to have accelerated motion. An object in motion is of two types, One is a uniform acceleration and the other is non-uniform acceleration. Positive, negative and zero acceleration. An object can have a positive and a negative acceleration. When the velocity of an object increases, the acceleration is positive. Here, the acceleration is in the direction of velocity. When the velocity of an object decreases with time, it has negative acceleration. Negative acceleration is also called deceleration. Its direction is opposite to the direction of velocity. If the velocity of the object does not change with time, then it has zero acceleration. Now let us see two examples based on this. Three types of acceleration: positive, negative and zero. Positive means object is speeding up. Negative means the object is slowing down. Zero means the object is keeping the same speed. Acceleration is rate of change of velocity. So positive acceleration means the object is moving very fast. Negative means it is slowing down and zero means it is having the same speed. See, negative acceleration is slowing down and positive acceleration is speeding up, positive velocity. Slowing down is negative velocity, speeding up is positive velocity. Now here in this example, at the left hand side you can see the road is muddy. So there is a problem to solve when you drive a vehicle, and when the road is smooth, at that time you can go with a normal speed. Now to understand the uniform motion, let us see a graph. This year you are going to have mathematical science. You are going to study mathematics and science together. So we are going to plot a distance time graph here. Now look at the table. Time in second is given: 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Distance is given: 0, 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, 90, 105. You have to plot a graph with time on the x-axis and distance on the y-axis. Now when you plot a graph, you come to know that this is uniform motion. Now you all are going to do this activity in your book. Second, distance time graph for non-uniform motion. Now in non-uniform motion, the time is given 0, 5, 10. So the difference is 5 minutes everywhere. But see the distance. The distance here is not changing uniformly. So such examples where you see that the time and distance are not changing sequence, the sequence is not proper, that is time is changing after everywhere, it is changing after 5 minutes. So there is a uniformity maintained there. But in distance the uniformity is not maintained. So here the line is not going to be the straight. See this graph where we have plotted the graph for non-uniform motion. Can you see the small curves there? Because the distance is not uniform. Now a small activity for you. You will all think about this activity and do this for homework. A train is moving with a uniform velocity of 60 km per hour for 5 hours. The velocity time graph for this uniform motion is shown in the figure. Now just look at the figure. Time is plotted at the x-axis. Y-axis velocity is plotted. Velocity is measured in km per hour. Time is measured in hour. Now with the help of the graph, how will you determine the distance covered by the train between 2 hours to 4 hours? Means how much distance was covered in between 2 hours to 4 hours. This is your first question for homework. The second one, is there a relation between the distance covered by the train between 2 hours and 4 hours and the area of a particular quadrangle in the graph? What is the acceleration of the train? Now you will try to solve this activity and answer I will tell you in my next video. Now this is the time velocity graph for uniform acceleration. Now in this graph it is shown that the velocity changes by equal amounts in equal intervals of time. The time is given 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Everywhere 5-second difference is given. And in the velocity 0, 8, 16, 24, 8, 40, 48 and 56. Can you see the difference? It's of 8. 8, 16, difference of 8. 16, 24, difference of 8. So this is a uniform acceleration. Now let us see the graph. The velocity changes by equal amounts in the equal time intervals. Thus, this is uniformly a accelerated motion. Now from the graph, we can determine the distance covered by the car between the 10th and the 20th second. Look at the table, 10 and the 20th second, as we did in the case of the train. The difference is that the velocity of car is not constant, but it is continuously changing because of the uniform acceleration. Now in such a case, we have to use the average velocity of the car. We have to see the average speed of the car in the given time interval to determine the distance covered in that particular interval. From the graph, we come to know that average velocity of the car is equal to 32 plus 16. Why 32 plus 16? Because we are looking at the 10th and the 20th second. We are looking at the 10th and the 20th second. Look at the table. So 32 plus 16 upon 2. Why 2? Because we are considering two motions. Okay, we are considering two things there. Is equal to 24 meter per second. Multiplying this time interval, we get the answer distance is equal to 24 multiplied by 10. Now what is the formula for speed? Speed is equal to distance upon time. Speed is equal to distance upon time. So distance is equal to speed multiplied by time. So 24 multiplied by 10 is equal to 240. Okay. And similar to the example of train, the distance covered by the given area of quadrangle, you have studied what is a quadrangle in your mathematics. So this is an homework for you. Just check out this. Area of rectangle ABCD, area of quadrangle ABCD is equal to the area of triangle AECD plus area of right angle triangle ABE. Is it correct? Just check it out. Area of quadrangle ABCD is equal to area of rectangle AECD plus area of right angle triangle ABE. Okay. So did you all get it? How we have calculated it? Yes. So just try it and you all will write all these equations in your notebook. You will complete the graph work for your homework. Important points you will be highlighting it and you will copy it in your notebook. Now let us revise. Today we have studied about motion of an object, displacement and distance, speed and velocity, effect of speed and direction on velocity, uniform and non-uniform linear motion, acceleration, positive and negative and zero acceleration, distance time graph for uniform motion, distance time graph for non-uniform motion, velocity time graph for uniform velocity and velocity time graph for uniform acceleration. In the next part of our lesson, we are going to see the equations of motion using graphical method, uniform circular motion, Newton's law of motion. Till then, revise what we have done today. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.